What's up, guys? The Lazy Goldmaker here. Today we're going to talk about enchanting in Mists of Pandaria. This is a quite a nice little profession. So we're going to talk about how I'm making gold with it right now and how you can make gold with it. So enchanters, obviously the main thing you're crafting are enchants for weapons and gear. That's the big thing. That's what people want, and that's what they're going to pay you for. The recipes you can get, this is a level 80 character, by the way. There's a good chunk of enchants that are the best in slot or best choices that you can craft at level 80. There's a good number of them that are from the trainers. So stuff like the boots enchant, not the bracers, but the chest enchant, cloak, gloves. There are a decent number of slots you can get. And then there are some enchants that require you to farm to level 90 and get reputation. That's for the best weapon enchants, the most expensive ones, and the best bracer enchants. Those are from the August Celestials for the bracer enchants and Shadow Pan for the weapon enchants. It's honored that the recipes from the August Celestials and from the Shadow Pan are both available at Revered, which means that it is quite a grind to get there. I know that the weapon enchants were just added with the recent weekly reset. I'm not sure if the bracer enchants are even in the game yet. But you don't need those to make gold. Luckily, there are some really good options without it. So obviously, the most expensive ones are going to be the level 90 ones, the ones that require you to level up, like the Jade Spirit weapon enchant, currently selling for 18,000 gold. And that's because it requires 10 shard crystals, and those are at 1,500 gold a pop at the moment. Because everyone was wanting to get their weapon enchants as soon as they were added. So those are the recipes with by far the largest profit potential. You're maybe making 2,000, 1,500, 2,000 gold per sale, which is really, really good, and not something you're making with most of the other enchants because they're relatively cheap to craft. Like the most expensive one is maybe like 150 gold. Of the ones that aren't unlocked from rep, they're all pretty cheap. Require a couple of Mystery Areas Essence or a couple of Spirit Dust each. Now that being said, the ones that don't require reputation, they sell. They sell quite well. I crafted 20 of each of them the other day. So last night, so we can even just see what we've done the last 3 days. I have 7,800 gold worth of sales, and most of it is from yesterday, where I sold a bunch of stuff because I crafted 20 of each yesterday. So that's a decent chunk of sales. They sell quite quickly. Profit isn't fantastic. You're looking at between, I mean, you can see here in the Trade Skill Master window, between 100 and like 20, 30 gold. But it's more than 20%, which is what I'm looking for. So it is really nice. And it doesn't really require any specific expensive setup. Just need to be level 80 so you can train the professions. So you can do the professions for Pandaria and learn those, and then you're ready to go. As I said, this character is level 80, and we're still making a good bit of gold. The last thing, if you get to level to max skill in enchanting, you get a daily cooldown to craft shard crystals, which are incredible at the moment. That was like okay early on, but then now that they added the weapon enchants that require 10 shard crystals, people need a lot more shard crystals, and you're looking like at 1,000 gold plus. At least that's what it is on my realm for doing this daily cooldown, which is absolutely incredible, right? So all in all, that means that enchanting is quite good, even at level 80. The last thing you can do with enchanting is obviously shuffling enchanting materials. You can do this either if you want to craft with them or if you just want to sell the materials. The main ones you would want to do are the ones from jewel crafting, which require the 3 types of gems. As we can see here, the one of the recipes, don't remember what it's called, requires the Lapi, the blue one, the yellow one, and the orange one. So that's about 12 gold to craft, and we can see that it disenchants into enchanting materials worth about 17 gold on average. At my currently overridden values, but that's fine. And then you have the other one, which is the red. It'll be the red and the purple and the green. and this one is also about 13, 12 gold. And we can see that 3 gems, about 16 gold one size that didn't override. So that is a decent amount of profit, more than 20%, even just buying the gems on the auction house. Obviously, if you're doing prospecting, then you may have a ton of gems that you want to get rid of, even if generally speaking, you're better off crafting them into uncommon gems for the perfect cuts for the most part. But the shuffle is pretty good, and for the blue gems, that is the best option, so maybe you want to do the shuffle. But yeah, like for the most part, you can probably buy the gems and just craft with jewel crafting and then disenchant it all for a profit right now, which is pretty cool. And then you use those spirit dusts or mysterious essences. Personally, I've mostly used spirit dust to combine into mysterious essence, because this has also so far mostly been profitable, or at least like saving you a little bit of gold by buying 5 spirit dust, which is 25 gold, and then you save a little bit on your mysterious essences, which does stack up over a large crafting session when you're crafting 20 of each. It is a little time consuming though. But yeah, that's what you can do with enchanting. Generally speaking, I would suggest crafting 5, 10 of each, anything that's profitable. Keep those on your banker. Every time you do a post scan, it'll just throw them up on the auction house, and you'll get some very consistent sales. So as we can see here, I have a decent number of sales already. Based on what I did for posts earlier, we have another 600 gold coming in, and I have a bunch of enchants going here. If you import my Trade Skill Master setup, then you can even just go here, restock, remove everything, obviously, and then we want to go to the enchant, which I went past, restock that, and it'll restock any one that are profitable. It'll craft up to 20 of each. So we can see here that I've sold a bunch of offhand enchants. They have been selling really, really quickly. Sold a bunch of glove enchants and a bunch of the cheap bracer enchants, essentially. So use that to restock, buy materials, and then you just go back, run to the auction house, and post them, and you start collecting sales. That's it.